penury, destitute, indigent, penniless, poor, impoverished, needy, privation, jobless, the silent killer, poverty. In the year 2007, 12.7%, or about 37.3 million people of the United States population lived in poverty. Due to the economic crisis in 2008, our poverty rate increased drastically. To this day, we are still recovering from that downfall. The number of Americans in poverty is rising, but the number of those escaping poverty is not. So what is poverty? When humans think of poverty, they think of African children, third world countries, and homeless people on the streets. Many do not realize those in poverty can also be our neighbors and sometimes our friends. Poverty doesn't just have to be a homeless person. It is someone who can't provide the necessities of life, such as food, shelter, clothing, and health care for themselves or for their families. If these families don't get help, they will be homeless. Those in poverty are often without food, clothing, and shelter. We live in a nation where our possessions are merely status symbols. Our food is easily thrown away without a second thought. We buy not because we need, but because we want, and yet we seem oblivious to those who suffer. There are those who don't know where their next meal is or where they're going to sleep that night. There are many factors contributing to people being in poverty, such as lack of education, self-esteem, and health care. Our government spends trillions of dollars on poverty, unemployment, and our education systems, so why are there still people on the street? Our government has flaws that need to be fixed if we are to reduce poverty. In a study of 11 social service programs, 2 of the 11 programs put people into deeper poverty than before they started. These are the kind of programs we need to improve. As we better our education systems and give colleges and universities more scholarship opportunities, we are bettering our society's knowledge and our ability to work. For those already in an impoverished state, the local, state, and federal government need to cooperate together to give those citizens their right to an education. We can educate them on skills needed to get back into the workforce and teach them how to keep a job. The governments, local, state, and federal, need to increase the spending on improving our social service programs such as welfare to workplace and food stamps. There is hope and a bright future for our nation and those in poverty. As Nelson Mandela said, poverty is not an accident. Like slavery and apartheid, poverty is not natural. It is man-made, and it can be overcome and eradicated by the action of human beings. With your help, my help, and everyone's help, we can decrease poverty. As Mahatma Gandhi put it, be the change you want to see in the world. It starts with you.